So today we will be revising the loop chapter of class 9, and this loop chapter is also there in class 10, and in the next video we will be talking about the nested loops. For this video we will be just covering the basics of loops, what are entry control loops, exit control loops, what are the function of while loop, for loop, and do while loop, and with programs we will just revise certain theories. So first of all, loops are of two types, entry controlled and exit controlled. Entry control loops are of two types, while loop and for loop, and exit control loops are of one type, just do while loop. So entry control loops, so what do you mean by entry control loop? Basically in the entry control loop, the condition written at the first position, and because the data which has been thrown at it is being checked at the very first. So this the condition is at the beginning, while at the do while loop the condition is at the end. So let us go through one example. So what is the syntax for while loop? So while loop, first of all there is an initializer, then while inside there is a condition, and inside the while scope of the scope there is statement and followed by a updater. The updater can be incrementer, decrementer, and anything else. For loop, the same thing is that basically the while loop, if you just compressed it, you will find out a for loop. So for loop, you have to write the for statement, and inside the initializer, then semicolon, condition, semicolon, updater, within that statement 1. Now the do while loop. So you can see in this do while loop statement, the while condition is at the bottom. So basically, the condition is being checked at the end. So the basic difference between entry loop and exit control loop is that even if the condition becomes false, the do while loop will execute at least once. So the statement for the syntax for do while loop is that initializer followed by do command, then statement, updater, while loop, and condition. So first of all we are going to see that how to print a number using while loop. So 1 to 10 numbers using all three loops. So first of all we will be doing with while loop. So first of all which number starts from the in 1 to 10? The first number is 1. So int I equals to 1. So I1 is the starting point. While I less than equals to 10, it is saying that we will go up to 10. If you write I less than 10, it will go just less than 10. Less than 10 is what? 9. Up to 1. Up to 1 to 9. So I have written I less than equals to 10. So to include the value of 10. And inside it I've written system.out.println I followed by I plus plus and bracket. So let us understand this part, how it is working. So it is working like this. I equals to 1, we are seeing, then I less than equals to 10. So 1 less than equals to 10, so definitely it's true. Then system.out.println I, so it will go here. So first of all this will go here, and this statement, when it is true, then it will pass the value of I into the statement, that is system.out.println I. So 1 will be printed, and then I plus plus. I plus plus simply means that I equals to I plus 1. So I equals to I plus 1. So what is the value of I? 1. So 1 plus 1 equals to 2. So now the value of I is 2. So the value of I, which has been incremented by 1, will go to here in the while loop. So you can say that the initializer is just the initial kickstart. Basically it just executes once, the initializer. Then again the same thing will happen. The value of I will go to here. 2 less than 10 is true. So then system.out.println I. So 2 will be printed, and then I equals to I plus 1. Now the value of I is what? 2, and plus 1 is 3. So I equals to 3. So again 3 less than equals to 10, right? Because value of I will pass here. Here I less than equals to 3. 3 less than equals to 10, so it is true. So 3 will be printed here, value of I will pass here, and then I equals to I plus 1. So value of I is what? 3. 3 plus 1 is equals to 4. And this will go on up to what? So let us go to I equals to 9. So 9 less than equals to 10. So 9 will be printed. I equals to I plus 1. 9 plus 1 equals to 10. So whatever I am doing here is called dry run. Okay. So whenever you will write a program, complicated program, just do a dry run so that you will understand what is going inside the function. So then I equals to 10 again. Here will 10 less than 10, 10 less than equals to 10, because 10 less than 10 is not true, but 10 equal to 10 is true, right? So it will be true. 10 will be printed. Then I equals to I plus 1. The value of 10 will be incremented by 1, so it will become 11. So we have got 1 to 10 printed. Now what will happen is that 11 less than 10 is false, right? So this loop will stop here and will just display the output. Let me just show the program for this. So this is a program for displaying 10 natural numbers. So I've given a class of 10 natural, and inside I have written public static void main, and inside that I've written int I equals to 1. While I less than equals to 10, system.out.println I plus plus, and then the following. Okay. Now I want to convert this the same working is also available for loop. So for loop is working just the same way the while loop is working. Initializer I of value of I, so I equals to 1 again, then it will go to here, 1 less than 10, so it is true. Then we'll go to here, this part, not this part. It will not go to there. First of all initializer, then condition checker, then system.println. So one will printed, then it will go back to here. So I plus plus. So I plus plus I equals to I plus 1. So 2 will be printed, and then again this value will go to pass to here, and again this will happen. Just the initializer will work just once, and then I'll go into continuous loop. So you can see that it is in a circular motion. So this is called for loop. And while loop has a certain different condition. While loop, what happens is that it just without checking, because there is no condition check in the first position, while in for and while loop there are condition at the very first, right? So since there is no condition at the very first, if you even you give a wrong value of I, it will still print it. What will happen is that int I equals to 1, then do, then what will happen is that I equals to 1 do, so it will just unconditionally go to here, 1 will be printed, then the value of I plus plus will happen. So I plus plus is what? I equals to I plus 1, so 1 plus 1 equals 2. So again then the value is checked. So just remember to put in do while loop, at the end of the while loop statement where the bracket ends, just put a semicolon. So 2 less than 10 equals to true again, and this will happen. Then I will become 1, I will become 2. So this will go back to do. I'll go on to till I is equals to 11, and just stop over there. Now what will happen is that if you just do something right, wrong initializer, okay, let's do this with the wrong way, wrong initializer. So now if you put a wrong initializer, what will happen is that first of all the value will increment, will be placed. Suppose I put here I equals to 12, okay, so I equals to 12, do, so we'll do it, and we'll just say that okay, just print out this value. Then what will happen? I plus plus will occur. I equals to I plus 1, so 12 plus 1 equals to 13. Then what will happen is that while inside the while loop, 13 less than equals to 10, so it is false, right? So you can see that basically even if the initializer is greater than the condition what is given, still for while loop it will just execute at least once. So let me just show you the program for the 10 natural numbers using for loop. So this is the initializer part. For I equals to 1, I less than equals to 10, I plus plus system.out.println I, and this will just compile it. Let me just show you the answer, how it will be running. So 10 natural numbers, right click on that and click on void main. So you are seeing that 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. It will just show that same thing for loop also, void main 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. And for do while loop, what I've just told that it will just do the same, but what I have shown in the working is that even if the condition is now it is perfectly working, right? For do while loop is that even since it is working quite fine because the value of the condition is less than the initializer. Now if I do the wrong way, that even if the since it is exit control loop, so even if the condition is wrong, the initializer is wrong, where it doesn't matches the condition, where it is bound to become false, still it executes at least once. So let me just compile it. I'll just show you the answer. Okay, 12 has been printed, but rest of the part has not been printed because it just null and void. But if you just do it here, I equals to 12, what will happen is that it will show an error because nothing will be printed out. Because at the beginning, we are just seeing that it is just checked once. So if you run this, nothing will be displayed out. Nothing. The window will not only show up, the terminal window, because it is basically false, right? Nothing will show up. Got it? So this is the feature of entry control loop, that the condition is being checked at the very first, but in the do while loop, the condition is being checked at the very last. So the task for today is that do the following programs in your copy, and if you have any trouble, just submit those in comments. I will try to solve. I will give you the answers in the comments and in the WhatsApp app. Just write this, and so just take a screenshot of this 4 questions and solve the answers and submit in the WhatsApp app through comments. Thank you, class. Thank you for this video.